Hello everybody and welcome to UCLA Student Radio. My name is David Matamoroz, bringing you coverage here of UCLA versus Rutgers men basketball. UCLA coming off a tough loss against Indiana on Saturday. That was the 31st of January. A heartbreaking defeat taken into double overtime. Bruins lost that game 97-98. Over 1,000 people in attendance for that game. Unfortunately, UCLA dropped down to 15-7, currently 7th in the Big Ten, 7-4, and the tip is up, and it's going to be Rutgers ball to start things off here. Rutgers 9-13, 2-9 in the Big Ten, not having a great season. Currently sit at 14th in the conference, 0-6 on their away games. Looking to maybe pick up that first victory on the road here. UCLA trying to pick up a home victory. Shot is up, and it's good. Rutgers on the board first here, 2-0, with a quick lead. It was Powers on the jumper. Dent with the ball now. Passes out to Perry. Perry over to Daly Jr. in the corner. Swings it back to Bilodeau on top. Now it's Dent. Bilodeau in the corner. Takes a shot. Bounces off the rim. Rebound out of bounds. Off the hands of Emmanuel Ogbole. And the ball's going to be awarded to UCLA. A good break there for the Bruins. Dent to inbound. On the baseline, passes it in. Perry now finds an open Bilodeau. Takes another shot. Can't get that one either. 0 for 2 for Bilodeau on that possession. Coming down the other way now, Rutgers. Foul on Dylan Grant will put Eric Daly Jr. at the line. Daly Jr. on the season, 72.2% free throw shooter. Has really emerged as a rebounder for this team. His first shot is good. He'll get one more, but like I mentioned, with the time missed and play of Xavier Booker, Eric Daly Jr. averaging 6 rebounds a game has really been the primary rebounder for this team that doesn't rebound very well. Second one is down. The score tied up at 2 now. Quickly here with about a minute and a half passing. Davis passes to the top. Ogbole back down to Davis. Davis outside of Buchanan Jr. holds it. Finally passes away. Buchanan Jr. inside, surrounded, passes out of bounds. Tried to hit Jamichael Davis open on the wing. That one just sailed a bit, went out of bounds. Bilodeau inbounds to Dent. Davis playing full coverage on him. Dent finally dribbling, passes half court, making his way to the rim. Out to Booker for 3. He got it. 5-2 quickly here after the Xavier Booker 3. Booker 6'11", but not afraid to rip it from 3-point. Inside, no good. No foul. Trent Perry on the return here. Perry had a phenomenal night against Indiana. Passes to Dent now. 3 turnovers for Rutgers in the last 2 minutes. Dent attacking the rim, gonna kick it out. Daly bodying inside, fade away. Mid-range shot is good. Eric Daly Jr. put the shoulder. And quickly UCLA up 7-2, a 7-0 run over the last minute. Davis to Buchanan Jr. Now in the hands of Caden Powers. Powers has the only 2 points for this Rutgers squad tonight. Here's a shot from 3. Rattles around, no good. Rebounded by Ogbole. Davis, no good. Rebounded again by the Scarlet Knights. Mid-range shot. Finally, they get one to go down after 2 rebounds. A shot made by Caden Powers. Powers finished with 9 points in Rutgers' last game against USC. That was on Saturday, the same night UCLA lost to Indiana. Going to be a whistle here as Dent was trying to make his way to the paint. Looks like a foul on Jamichael Davis. Dent to inbound here. Passes over Bilodeau in the corner. Takes a shot. He's got the three. Beautiful shot by Tyler Bilodeau. And that was really something that they lacked in the last game. It felt like they weren't really getting that three from anybody really active in that game. Took a while before Bilodeau finally made his first three-point shot late in that second half of play. Already the three is starting to work here for UCLA a bit. 2 for 3 already on the night from beyond the arc. Finally inbounded here by Rutgers. The score 10-4. Davis gonna give it up. Powers gonna give in the paint, up, and there's a foul. No points just yet, but it was Darren Buchanan Jr. driving his way inside, and it looks like the foul will be on Xavier Booker. Shooting foul, Buchanan will get 2 points. Buchanan did not have the night he would have wanted against USC. Misses his first free throw. On the season coming into tonight, 60.3% from the line. But like I mentioned, against USC was 0 for 5, only 3 points coming off of free throws. He makes his second attempt. Score 10-5, Rutgers trailing by 5. Dent directing traffic at half court. Gonna give it up to Daly Jr. Booker open at the top. Passes inside, Trent Perry now to Bilodeau. Pump fake, takes the three. He's got 2 already. Tyler Bilodeau with a pair of threes already tonight. Inside, and there's gonna be a whistle. Bilodeau on the ground. Looks like we'll get a timeout here. The foul on Bilodeau. And a timeout on the floor here. UCLA looking impressive already, 12-5 out ahead of the Scarlet Knights. Taking a look at the season total, season stats for both of these teams, it's been a rough stretch for Rutgers, currently on a 5-game losing streak, and overall just not having the type of season you know they want to have. 9-13, 2-9 in the Big Ten. It hasn't been great for them. When you look at the stats, they rank near the bottom in nearly every statistical category in the Big Ten. Least points per game, they're averaging 70.4. Opponents' points per game, 75.3. That is the third most in the Big Ten. So they're letting up a lot of points per game. They're currently tied, actually, with USC for third worst in the Big Ten. UCLA, about middle of the pack in a lot of different categories. The only category they really stand out in is three-point percentage as a team, shooting 37.4%, which is good for third in the Big Ten, but everything else around the middle of the Big Ten. At one point, they were pretty good on the defensive side of things. Now, 8th in opponents' points per game. Five to 12 here, 15 minutes, 45 seconds remain until halftime. UCLA on a current streak here, 4 for their last 4. Rutgers 2 for 4 on the night, 50% from the field. UCLA 4 for 6, 67% from the field. Going back to that Indiana game, for the Bruins, that really was a tough loss, especially when you look ahead at the schedule and what they did before. They would have won that game. They would have been on a bit of a winning streak and definitely have opportunities to win tonight against Rutgers, and definitely an opportunity to win on the 7th against Washington. They would have won the Indiana game and then won these 2 games, the game tonight and the game coming up. Definitely would have gave them a lot of momentum going into a tough stretch between the 14th and the 21st when they have to play number 2 Michigan away, number 10 Michigan State again away, and then they'll come back and play number 5 Illinois. Definitely going to be a tough stretch of games. Would have helped them out a ton if they could have won that Indiana game. But they're starting from scratch, having to build that momentum. Hopefully they can come out with a win against Rutgers. So we get some free throws here from Buchanan. He misses his first. Getting set for his second. Buchanan, the transfer from George Washington University, spends 2 there. And he misses the second free throw, but rebounded by the Scarlet Knights. Unfortunate break for the Bruins. Now in the corner, takes a shot and swishes the 3. Tariq Francis comes into the game. The 6'1" junior guard gets the ball in his hands for the first time and takes a shot, drains the 3. The score 12-8 now. Dent at half court. Bilodeau passes inside in the paint. Booker just in and out. Rebounded by Caden Powers. Powers coming down now. Trying to blow past Perry. Takes a mid-range shot, and he's got it. Rutgers quickly within 2 now. Dent slowing things down. A bit of a methodical approach. Crosses half court. Working on 2 defenders. Booker now back inside. Dent gives to an open Bilodeau. He's got it. Beautiful shot by Tyler Bilodeau and a beautiful decision made by Donovan Dent. Had the open rim, decided to pass out, trusted his guy Bilodeau, and there's a nice shot by Rutgers. They respond. The score 15-13. But like I was saying, a beautiful decision made by Donovan Dent to pass outside and set up Bilodeau for the 3. Bilodeau so far pretty hot tonight, 2 for 3 from 3-point. Perry at the top, Booker inside now, gives to Bilodeau, lays it up. 17-13 now. Bilodeau already with 10 points. Scarlet Knights on the attack now. Powers, jump shot is good. It's pretty automatic for him so far tonight. Dent, guarded by Francis, gets inside, takes a mid shot of his own. No good. Rebounded by Francis. Francis going the other way, passes to Powers, puts one up. There's going to be a whistle. Looks like a foul on Donovan Dent. Donovan Dent did eventually foul out of the game against Indiana in overtime. Didn't really play into that game that much because that foul led Indiana to the game-winning point. Free throw, first free throw does not go down for Caden Powers. Powers from Seattle, Washington. In his freshman season here with Rutgers, had 9 points in their last game against USC. He gets the second. Looks like we'll get some subs here. Looks like UCLA gonna keep the starters out there. Rutgers gonna switch things up a bit. Down the court now, Eric Daly Jr. to the basket. Gonna be a whistle. Looks like Lino Mark and Chris Nwuli are in for the Scarlet Knights. Daly Jr., the transfer from Oklahoma State, gets his first free throw. Only spent 1 year at Oklahoma State. Came to UCLA, was here last season, now in his junior year with the Bruins, the 6'8" junior from Palmetto, Florida. Played played high school ball at the prestigious IMG Academy. And this second goes through. That'll push the score up 19-16. After the free throw, Daly Jr. comes off of the court. And in comes Jamar Brown. Jamar Brown got a lot of minutes in that game against Indiana. Francis working against Dent. Inside, gonna kick it out. Mark gives it back to Francis, standing on the wing. Pulls up for three, and he's got it. Beautiful shot from Francis. Did not think he would pull in the face of Dent. And the score tied up at 19 now. Brown gives to Booker. Brown on the wing. Now Dent. Dent trying to find some space. Getting to the hoop. Puts it off the glass. No good, into the hands of Bryce Dortch. Francis working against Freeney. Pull up, mid-range shot, air ball into the hands of Jamar Brown. Coming the other way now. Brown thought about a three, gives it back to Dent. Dent to Freeney. Now back to Dent. Jamar Brown on the wing, inside. Booker posts up, off the glass and in. UCLA takes back their lead, 21-19. About 11:45 left to go here in this first half of play. Francis guarded closely by Dent now. In the corner, open. Mark, no good. Jamar Brown throws it down the court. Dent slowing things now. Everybody back on the UCLA end of the court. Dent to the rim. Oh, yeah. Dent with the quick handles, got to the rim, laid it off the glass. 23-19 now. Rutgers 6 for their last 8. They'll pull up deep. That's just a bit off the mark there. Dent trying to go back and attack the rim. Gonna have to pass it back out to Brandon Williams. Dent in the corner, in the paint. Kicks to the corner for three, and it's good. Eric Freeney with the three-point shot. (26-19), 10:30 left. 7-0 run for UCLA over the last minute and 10 seconds. And gonna get a turnover here. Coming the other way now. Bruins down the court, up, off the rim. Gonna be no foul, and it's going the other way. Had an opportunity there. Freeney put it up, just couldn't get the lay. Nonetheless, UCLA on a pretty good run here, 7-0 over the last minute and 30. Rutgers has not scored in the last 2.5 minutes. 19-26 here in a timeout. Rutgers 58% from the field, 7 for 12. UCLA 60%, 9 for 15. The big difference so far in this game has been the three-pointers. UCLA 4 for 5. That's the difference between tonight and the Indiana game. They really were struggling from the three-point line in that game against the Hoosiers. On the other end of the things, Hoosiers were shooting the ball exceptionally well. A lot of fans actually ended up leaving that game early. Late in that second half, UCLA was up by 6 at the half. Late in that game, eventually they fell to as much as 12 points. A lot of fans decided to leave. The game ended up going into double overtime. UCLA really could have won that game. You got to think maybe things end up a little bit differently if Tyler Bilodeau doesn't foul out in that second overtime period. But things played out the way they did. It looks like we got a special. He's our honorary captain of the game tonight. As Indiana played a whopping 50 minutes, had 24 points, 4 steals, 11 assists, had the double-double, and finished with 6 rebounds. Dent currently 3rd in the Big Ten in assists. third in the Big Ten in assists. As we get out of this timeout here, both these teams come back down to the Rutgers attacking end of the court. Looks like they'll throw it in. Rutgers starting things off with Lino Mark as the ball handler. He'll pass now to Buchanan. Now it's Lino gonna give to Francis, guarded by Bilodeau, backing up now. Here's the three. Beautiful shot there. Shot made by Haroon Zerno. Zerno previously played professionally in Bosnia. Now here for the Scarlet Knights. Perry trying to drive, gonna end up losing the ball. And it's gonna go out of bounds, but not before rolling off of the fingertips of Tariq Francis. Ball gonna stay in possession of the Bruins. Just under 10 minutes to go here, 26-22, UCLA out ahead. Perry passes into Bilodeau. Bilodeau gonna kick it out to Jamar Brown. Bilodeau for three. He's on fire. Tyler Bilodeau already 3 for 4 on the night on those long range attempts. The score 29-22. Ogbola nearly misses the ball. Over to Mark now in the hands of Francis. Francis trying to back down Freeney. Now gives to Buchanan. Back to Francis in the corner. Getting to the rim. Floats one up and it's good before the buzzer. Gonna get a whistle here. Not too sure what's going on down on the court. I think they're gonna have to review this. Not quite sure what viewing this one for. Maybe reviewing to see if he got the ball off before. And it looks like they're gonna count the bucket, 29-24 after the floater by Francis. That'll put Francis up to 8 points on the night. Francis came off of the bench in this one, but he really has been the best player for Rutgers, averaging 16.7, which is the best on the team. Had 26 points, 5 assists against USC. Gonna get a whistle here as UCLA brings the ball over to the other end of the court. It's gonna be a foul on Ogbole. Looks like it'll be Perry to inbound it here. Now just under 9 minutes until half. Perry trying to find an open man. Tosses this one up for Bilodeau. Nearly lost it, but able to corral it in. Working against Buchanan out there on the wing. Picks up his dribble, passes to Eric Daly Jr., who pulls up a deep mid-range shot, and he's got it. Good two from Eric Daly Jr. The score 31-24 now. Scarlet Knights, ball in the hands of Mark. Mark defended by Jamar Brown, such a great defender, great hustler on this Bruins offense and defense. Mark trying to get to the rim, loses the ball, and recovered. Jamar Brown got a hand in there. And now it's Trent Perry, gives to Bilodeau. Deep three, doesn't go down. Put back, it's good with a foul. Brandon Williams with the putback and foul. He'll get one free throw. Williams had 3 points against Indiana. Also got himself 3 rebounds at one. That 3 points coming off of 1 3-point attempt. The 6'7" sophomore guard from Queens makes his 1 free throw. The score pushes up 34-24. Biggest lead of the night for UCLA so far. Powers with the ball now, going to give to Ogbole. Sets a screen for Mark. Mark works his way inside. Nice layup there. No dent on the court right now. Perry, the main ball handler, defended by Mark. Gets some screens from Bilodeau now on the wing. They'll switch. He's now guarded by Zerno. He'll give. Brandon Williams pulls up from the free throw line off the front of the rim. Francis pushing it down, gives to Powers. Powers finds Zerno. Now Mark in the corner, makes his way inside and puts this one up over Trent Perry. Lino Marca, Los Angeles native, attended Notre Dame High School. Here's a pull-up jumper. Can't get it to go is Perry. Quickly coming back down the other way now. Bounce pass inside to Powers. He'll kick it out to the corner for three. Rebounded by UCLA. Daly Jr., both these teams playing extremely fast right now. Brandon Williams up top, now back to Jamar Brown. He takes a shot in the corner, no good. Air ball, but recovered by Bilodeau. Bilodeau working his way in the paint, puts one up, rolls out, and recovered by the Scarlet Knights. (34-28) here. UCLA 0 for their last 4. Rutgers 4 for their last 5. UCLA playing tight coverage here. Now it's Mark guarded by Williams. Takes the three. Can't get that one. 6 minutes left to go until halftime. The score 34-28. Trent Perry for three. Knocks it down. And that's going to force a timeout. Trent Perry with a nice shot there. A bit of a momentum builder. They had stalled out for a little bit. Able to put 3 points up on the board. Now up ahead by 9, 37-28. And after that Trent Perry three, I feel like we got to talk about the night he had against Indiana. Trent Perry had 25 points, 7 rebounds, and he was a perfect 10 for 10 on his trips to the line. Trent Perry has just been having a phenomenal 2026, has really turned things around since the start of the new year. Previous to January, he was averaging under 10 points a game. Now averaging 12.2 points per game, 27.5 minutes per game, shooting 44% from the field and 41% from three. He's been playing outstanding, especially when you consider the absence of Sky Clark, which has really allowed him to get a lot more minutes. Sky Clark has not played in a game since January 3rd. That was the game against Iowa in Iowa. Clark dealing with hamstring issues, has been such a great three-point shooter for this team, but Trent Perry really has been playing phenomenally in his absence. Trent Perry had that big-time three-point shot at the end of that game to tie things up and send it to overtime. Just unfortunate that they could not come out with a win. Both of these teams